In today's video, we're going to look at 4 different ways of improving your 3D prints. We're going to look at LED lighting, surface finishing, automation, and model scenery in order to improve your final print. We'll start off with LED lighting and how it makes your model stand out. I've designed this benchy to accommodate for cell batteries that will power an LED filament. As you can see, this benchy has a groove for filament to sit in. This LED filament is very flexible, which makes it easy to work with and creates an eye-catching experience. Also, please note that all these models featured in the video are just prototypes used for demonstration purposes only and are here to inspire you to create your own ideas. I will leave affiliate links down below for products that you may be interested in. There are other ways to utilize this LED filament. In my case, I decided to create this round stand that has a groove to accommodate the LED. I think people who are into miniatures could use such a base for display purposes, photo shoots of their models, and create an overall fun experience. For now, we will add a cell battery in this groove and seal it off with a cap to hold it in place. This personally reminds me of a character selection in video games, when you're cycling through what character you'd like to play with. It almost creates this spotlight effect. I'm also amazed at how bright this LED filament is, and how it requires barely any power to function. During Valentine's Day, I designed this love symbol. This is the same type of LED filament that I used for the benchy at the beginning of the video, so you can see how versatile this product is. Now we're going to look at surface finishing. I'd like to make this ball turn into a pinball, so I'm aiming for a chrome look. For this project, I'll need wood filler. Acetone is optional, it will help to dry it out quicker. This is something I've seen YouTuber Universe of Emily do. Sandpaper, 120 to 1000 grit, depending how smooth you want the finish to be. Primer spray, and a paint of your choice. Mix wood filler and acetone at a ratio of 2:1. Sand your model to remove any imperfections. You'll then have to use a brush to apply the wood filler, which serves the purpose of filling your layer lines. Here you can see how the wood filler managed to settle in the gaps. Of course, any excess can be sanded off. The purpose of filling the layer lines with wood filler is to create a smooth surface, allowing the primer and paint to adhere evenly and achieve a smooth finish. I'll remove any excess wood filler before applying the primer. Take a look at how smooth the model looks like. Keep in mind that if you spray the primer or paint too close to the object, too much coating will build up, requiring even more sanding afterwards. It's not a bad idea, as sometimes you have to apply multiple coats before you achieve this smooth finish. In my case, I overdid it with the primer and it looked pretty rough, so I had to sand it again until it became smooth before I applied my paint. And here's before and after results. Before we continue with the video, I'd like to say a really big thank you to PCBWay for sponsoring today's video. And I'd like to say that what I just did with spray painting the model is just one type of surface finishing that exists. PCBWay offers over 20 ways of completing the surface of your print. They offer services such as electroplating, vacuum painting, powder coating, and a lot more. You can request a free quote by submitting a model you'd like them to make for you and choosing your preferred material and surface finish. Give PCBWay a visit to make your project into reality. Now, there are other methods for improving your surface finish by simply using a lighter. I will use this castle to demonstrate. When you're 3D printing, sometimes you will develop stringing. This usually happens when the filament has trapped moisture, retraction speed issues, or temperatures too high for the filament that you're using. For cases where the stringing is not too bad, you can easily fix it by using a lighter or a heat gun, but make sure not to overstay with the open flame, as you can start warping the model or leaving burn marks. You can also use it to remove residue left on the print after you pull the model off the print bed. Now for this next tip, I have to thank Fulvs. the designer of the toy factory you saw at the start of the video. It was mentioned to me once that glitter can be used on your 3D prints to make them stand out even more. Now, this particular glitter I picked up from the dollar store and used it to apply on one of my models. There are filament spools that you can buy that have glitter already embedded, but this method allows you to control exactly where you want the glitter to be visible. Next up is the glow-in-the-dark acrylic paint. Again, that is something that exists as a PLA filament that glows in the dark. But using this method, it allows you to apply the effect anywhere on the model without needing to do any multicolor 3D printing. Very cheap and very effective way to give your model a completely different look. 1 minute it's just a medieval castle, and the next it's a castle possessed by a ghost that leaves behind ectoplasm. I believe automation to be one of the most fun ways that you can improve your 3D model with. It brings your project to life, and in most cases it will have an actual function. In my case, I just made some fun projects. This vehicle chassis that I'm assembling can be purchased on Amazon. I have the link down in the description. For the people that love car models and for those who design their own vehicle models, you can hollow out your 3D model and install this RC car as a moving part. Now, I did try to quickly make my first ever 3D car model, and I think I'm up there with other EV makers. No, I'm kidding. I know it looks horrendous. Again, this is just for demonstration purposes, just to show you that you can design your own vehicle and integrate the body with this RC toy, turning your 3D model to a model that can drive. These are some of my past automated projects where I recreate a fighting scene from a video game. A small nudge to solo leveling. I would definitely look at picking up an Arduino kit that has some service motors. If you're not familiar with coding, you could rely on ChatGPT to guide you in creating a script that would allow you to control your components. Lastly, we have a model scenery. What I mean by this is that you can purchase objects that are a lot cheaper than what you can 3D print, and use them to incorporate them with your 3D prints. This can be anything from fake grass, fake snow, and so on. This is more aimed towards people that create dioramas, but it doesn't have to be. You can improve your existing 3D prints by simply adding these objects around or on the actual 3D print. One example being, I printed this barrel, and on its own, it's plain, it's boring. Add a bit of burlap or twine, and it becomes something different. Or what about twigs? Let's say I'm designing a birdhouse. Wouldn't it be cool if I can just surround the entire model with these twigs to make it more natural looking? I just love the idea of using multiple resources to complete a project. I really hope that this video opened up some ideas for what you can do for your future projects. This is what this channel is about. It is to inspire you, to stir some ideas. Call me a whiteboard. I just sprinkled some information for you so you can get started. I'd like to thank everyone for watching today's video. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe for future content. And I'll see you in the next one.